Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Sunday stream. Good evening. Hope everybody's Sunday went well. I know I had fun on this morning's stream, and now I'm back. I was gonna fly the A350. I got far enough along to check that it was installed, activated. I started going through some of its menus, and then I suddenly realized, hey, it's been too long since I've either flown it myself or seen somebody else fly it, and I was kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna try to do that on stream. So until I learn how to do it, at least in a good enough way to make the stream enjoyable, I decided we're gonna fly something else. Now I flew the 737 Max this morning, so I decided, hey, let's go jump back into 757 and see if we can have a better flight compared to the last time we flew this bird. But I was like, what airline am I gonna fly and where am I gonna fly to? Well, I thought Denver, and I was like, that ought to be United. But then I'm like, no, I don't want to do any more United. I've already done too much United now as it is. But I was looking at the available liveries that came with the plane. I'm like, Eastern. Well, I thought that would be pretty cool. Now, I want to say at one point or another when Eastern was around, I mean, they probably had their hands in at least all the major airports in the United States. I can't say as if they were at all the small ones, but, you know, I suppose if I would have taken enough time to, Google search Eastern, I probably could have found out which airport they might have flown a 757 out of. I mean, Seattle's big enough, so I imagine that, if Eastern owned 757s, Seattle would be one that they would fly out of. I have no idea what real gates they would have been at. Um, but we're going to have fun. We're going to take this trip to Denver in this Eastern Airlines 757. Um, And it's a shame they had to go under. I don't know if they just completely went out of business or rather maybe another airline bought them out. And that's why we said bye bye to the Eastern Airlines livery. I do know shortly before they did go under, I know they were having some issues. I want to say they might have had at least a couple crashes and they were having some major issues. I do remember around that time as a kid I do believe they did figure out what was causing the issues, and apparently, I do believe it had something to do with the type of fuel they were purchasing. I don't know as if they were cheaping out and buying less than lower than quality grade to put in these planes, or what the issue with the fuel was, but that's what I remember. But let's go ahead and get inside this bird and let's get her set up and loaded. And we can't be an X-plane in and around this area without there being rain. So the battery's on. Let's go down to the tablet before we go any further. Let's go to ground. Let's get the GPU going. There's auto. We'll come over to the left. We'll grab these now. Come up here, get the yaw dampers. Let's start getting the ILS aligned. The IRS, I think I just said ILS. Oops. Let's go ahead and grab the fuel. We're going to leave the anti-ice off for now. We'll grab the position. We'll grab the logos. That's all we need for lights right now. Grab the equipment cooling. I'm not even going to touch that button tonight and see if we don't get those constant dings. Let's go ahead and get these switches set. We'll leave these where they are for now. We'll come up here, put them on auto. There we go. Switches for now should be fine. Except let's go ahead and get to no smoking and the seat belts. Let's go ahead and turn our flight directors on. So tonight, SimBrief has us at 35,000 feet. Here we go. Let's go ahead and, well, I guess we're going to have some more time for some of these screens. Those two are there. Don't know why we're not getting all our screens here, but maybe it needs more time somehow. Well, must be the plane. I don't know, guys. But the information we need here, altimeter is supposed to be 2977. Well, this is crazy. Do I have to fly from the right-hand seat tonight, guys? Am I forgetting something here? Everything's on. Well, either way, I mean, let's keep it going. So if we're gonna load the plane, let's go ahead and call it a fuel truck. We'll do gate config, chocks. I don't think we should need anything else. So fuel on board tonight should be 23,400. And then cargo, it wants 9634. And then I'm just going to type in 300, knowing it'll just max it out. There we go, 170. So 176 fuel weight, or zero weight. We're below the estimated, which is fine. I'm going to go with it. Doors are closed. There we go. Plane is loading. Let's go ahead and in it. So we're at Seattle. And then, yep, can't grab that. So we're just going to grab the GPS. There we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our route. And that worked. And we are going to be EA 2460. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but at the spur of the moment, that's what I'm going to go with. Of course, tonight we are going to take off runway 16 left. It looks like we are loaded. Let's go ahead and activate the plane. So departures, we should be going to SEAB. Well, doesn't look like there's any departures here, but let me double check that. Yep, there we go. But then we go to direct. There isn't anything else after that. And it looks like that cleared out, so we're going to have to do that again. Well, I guess I'm not going to worry about that. For now, anyway. Well, I don't know how many times I should have to hit that. 34 right is where we're gonna be landing. And then flat 3 or 13. And then Mary Jane. Captain Canada must have named that one. I don't care. I'm getting rid of the vectors. Get rid of the discon. More vectors. Well, according to that, we're ready to go. I'd really like to know what's going on with these screens. I mean, do I really have to fly like this if I want to see it? This plane was just working last night. I can't think of any reason these screens shouldn't be working, guys. And I guess you can't resize them either. I don't like it. I'd rather start over and make sure I'm in the right 757. XPLANE 12, 757 200 XP11. This is the right one. Let's make sure we close the front door. Go ahead and dismiss the gate config, the fuel truck. Gotta leave the GPU for now. But let's go ahead and finish the perf. I guess I should have left the tablet up. One 76.2. CG is 31. And again, this thing does not calculate it. Should be 3.3 on the trim. Should be somewhere and around right there. There we go. That bugs me. I don't get why these aren't here. I mean, I could fly like this if I really wanted to, but why? I mean, everything else is working, right? Let's go ahead and start the APU. Alright. Looks like the APU's running. We'll go ahead and kill the ground power unit. And at this point, we'll just go ahead and get rid of the chocks. We'll take one last look at here to make sure all the doors are closed so I don't get hit with that. Alright, there we go. We should be good to go there. But still none. We'll come down here because we don't want to forget the. Alright. We should be good to go. Except we didn't adjust that. I wonder if there's a way to link that. Well, I'm not switching seats to do it, so that one will stay right where it's at. Let's go ahead and get the better pushback out. We'll pre-plan our thing. Right about here will work.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
That's huge. I don't know why we can't shrink that at all. But hey, I'll live with it. I'll just go ahead and move this over to my left, or my right screen, rather. Come on. Seriously? There we go. So I'll at least be able to see where we're going. And then if we fly this plane again next stream, well, I'll see if we can't figure out why that's happening and get it fixed. Let's go ahead and push back.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Get the beacons on. Might as well start making sure some of these lights are coming on. If there's other light switches, I'm not exactly sure where they're at. Other than these here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Oh. We'll remember to do that. I'm not touching you. But I am going to do this other thing here.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
1 second.
We're ready to go when you are.
There we go.
Starting pushback,
On
and you may
behalf
start
of the cabin
engine.
crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find
Go ahead
your
and
seat,
light
be
up
sure to place
number
your
2.
carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
And fired up number 1.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2460 with service to Denver. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 59 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
Operation complete.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Set
please direct
parking
your
brake.
attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration.
Disconnecting tow.
When the
Stand
seatbelt
by.
light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened
Alright, let's go ahead
low
and
and
turn
tight
the
across
PACX
your lap.
on.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper
Go
portion
ahead and
of the
remove
buckle.
the APU.
In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency,
Everything
and we need to
should
evacuate
be
the
good.
aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you.
I don't see any switches undone that
Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
should be
Secure
clicked.
the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate.
Tow is
Oxygen
disconnected
is
and
flowing to the mask
bypassed and has been removed.
Normally.
Hand signal will be on the
If
right.
you're traveling
We'll
with
see you
children,
next
now's
time
the time
and
to
have a
take
great
one.
flight.
But secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need
Nope,
to,
looks
use
like we
the
should be
system
good to
to use
go.
the
I just
secondary
need to get the
safety light.
flaps and the
Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon
auto
as
brakes
possible
on.
with your belongings. Please
We'll come up
securely
here and get the
stow
taxi
all
lights.
personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in
RTO.
their full upright position.
Go ahead and get
We
flaps
remind you that
5.
this is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is
Grab the
strictly
parking
prohibited
brakes
by law.
off.
All of this information and
Let's
more
go.
can be found in the safety card located in the seat
We'll
back
see
in
if
front
we
of
can
you.
do the flight
We
like this,
suggest reading
guys.
this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy
I
your
hate
flight.
this, but I don't know enough about what is causing the issue. I mean, it worked last night, right? We had the screens like just like where they're supposed to be. Oh, I know what I could try. Instead of flying like this, let's see here. Gotta remember where it's at. But I also need to pay attention to where I'm going. We'll just get rid of the modern avionics upgrade. And we'll go with old school. And see if that fixes the problem. Or at least makes it more flyable for us. You know what? I'm just going to stop here. I'm surprised I didn't think about that before. Go ahead and put the parking brakes on so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. I just gotta remember where the settings are. There we go. Oh, but it does the same thing. Well, what the heck? But it does give me
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
smaller screen, so I'll take it. Well, that kind of stinks. I just don't get why this plane is doing what it's doing tonight. But hey, let's just go ahead and get out of here. That is kind of cool that the wipers are kind of removing the rain off the windshield for us. Yep, we're on flaps 5. I suppose while we're in flight, I could probably see if I can Google search what might be causing that issue. If it's a fix I can do without having to reload the plane mid-flight, I could try it. I don't think there will be what I can do while in flight. That's not going to affect the flight, though. It's too bad. I'm really, really, really trying to give XPLANE a fair try here. And just like that, it stops raining. Huh. I don't know, guys. Anybody think that might have something to do with the fact that I activated the 350? The only other thing I did besides the 737 Max was update the Magnite 787. I updated the DA Simulations Sierra J700, which I will add, they did change their name. I just can't offhand remember what they changed their name to. And one other plane, I can't remember offhand what it was. But, oh, that's right, it was the SGS 747, which I'll never fly on stream. Um, I can't imagine, with each plane being individual, how one of those could have had any effect on this plane. I'll take the next one. Go ahead and get our landing lights on and strobes. I suppose I probably should have gone all the way down to the last one, but we should have enough runway, I would think. Guess I'll have to give it some more throttle. Suppose I could make sure I put this on takeoff. Advance the throttles. At the toga. And let's go. But actually, and we're gonna rotate.
Don't sink.
Oh, shut up with your don't sink BS. We're climbing. You're going up. I'm gonna turn the autopilot on. I suppose that would have helped if that was where it should have been. And I get none of my altimeters tell me how high I actually am. Great. Well, I think I'm gonna be better off just going to the others. Oh, you can't change it while you're in the air. Great. Well, I can at least get that. Well, what about the altitude? Can I do anything about that? Nope. Yeah, I guess it's what it is. But I suppose as long as it gets us there tonight, we'll be good. Oh, that's right.
Ladies
I'm
and
using that
gentlemen,
other
we have
one.
now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library. The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Well, that kind of bums me out a little bit. Well, one thing I'll have to say is one thing I liked about that 737 Max I was flying is it automatically set up those views I was using. Not so nice on this plane. They're not there. Those things about to do something else. I gotta wonder, is it possible at all that the reason we're having this issue is the livery I chose? Could that possibly be a thing? I mean, if that's the case, this livery came from Flight Factor. This isn't one I had to go out and download and install. I do not believe. This isn't really a livery I would have chosen prior to fly or use. So I'll be honest. You know, when I'm flying on my own, and I was flying on my own, I'd only ever fly United. That would have been the only livery I've ever used. But on a stream, I know you guys, want to try to see realistic, real-world liveries, and don't want to see the same carrier every stream. So I'm trying to, you know, do different things here. I do believe we've reached 10,000 feet. Oh yeah, long reached it. Make sure we get the lights off. I know. If I go to view, default view, no easy just to get over to the co-pilot seat. Well, we'll just have to fly like this, guys. Sorry. I know maybe the right thing to do would have been to close XPLANE out again and reload the plane and see if it worked better. I thought I was doing real good with it. Make sure I went in and checked all my controls, make sure they were working. I didn't think to check this because we just flew the plane yesterday. And it was working fine. So I think I might have found a solution. I'm just trying to figure out where it's trying to tell us where to go. In the flight menu for XPLANE and choose Edit Failures. Then click Fix All Systems. There we go. Oh, hey, look at that, guys. Google search something and you might just possibly figure it out. So while I may not be able to have my fancy modern avionics, we at least have gauges and stuff that we could use. Oh boy. But there we go again. I don't want failures. I know I had a failure during my first attempt to fly this plane yesterday, because there was no other reason why the plane did what it did. And here we go again tonight. I'm going into this plane trying to have a nice, relaxing flight, and got XPLANE playing games again. I don't know if there's a way to go into the settings and ensure no failures will ever happen or not. I don't know if I possibly missed that, but well, must be we actually had enough fuel to have those on tonight. There we go. But I guess now that we've figured that out, it should be safe enough to play some tunes.
regarding our in-flight meal service. Please look at the feedback for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time and we'll be over shortly.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. The gas in the back of the set never left. She's so bad, can't hit the brag. The gas in the back of the set never left. She's so bad, can't hit the brag. The gas in the back of the by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Alright guys, welcome back to the flight deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream so far, and they're out here. We are almost there. Obviously, as you can see, we're on descent. Coming in range of Denver. We are actually technically, though, 44 miles out, according to our flight plan. And about here is where I'd usually put my lights on.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign is now on. We have begun our final descent into Denver. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Kind of trying to look for the airport, but as of yet, I'm not really able to see it. Not really that far away. I'll say it's right about off to our 10 o'clock. Maybe that's gotta be over there, not sure. Go ahead and get our auto brake set. I mean, Denver's got some pretty long runways, but might as well use them. Denver's got a lot of long runways. And there's Denver. I can definitely see it now. I would say not quite so stellar looking from the air. The next plane. Man, I would love to have time and hard drive space to be able to download Ortho into here. I could probably live without whatever it is it actually does that breaks when you do it. It'd probably look better than this. That's for sure. Definitely above the glide slope. That's picking up so far, but hopefully by the time we go out and around, we'll catch it. We'll have it unlock in our approach. So hopefully as we come around, we will catch it. Well, great, but I caught it the wrong way. Dang it. Not what I wanted to have happen. Oh, I guess I might as well let it go that way now. Or just definitively make it my airplane.
Bank angle.
It's alright, guys. Let's do this ourselves. So much wanted this flight to be better. Yes, maybe that's one thing next plane I gotta learn. Do not lock the localizer until you're lined up, regardless of anything else. We definitely gotta come over to the right a little bit more. And stop the descending. Dang it. Okay, that's why I was aiming for the wrong thing. gear. That'll help slow us down. Still coming in a bit high, but we'll get her there. Probably not going to be the best landing again tonight, guys, but
Pull up.
no, I'm not pulling up.
Sink rate. 50, 40, 20, 10.
What the hell? That is not what I wanted. But I guess that's what I got. My reverser's on. Yeah, they're on. Let's go ahead and get off the runway. I mean, it wasn't perfect coming in, guys, but seems to me
Ladies and gentlemen,
last
welcome to
minute
Denver. The local time is
it's kind of like it
12:08
wanted to cut the
p.m.
throttle
and
or
it's currently
something,
about
and as much as I
68
wanted to
degrees
flare,
Fahrenheit. You can now
there
use your
was
mobile
no
devices.
opportunity
Please
to
remain
flare.
seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the
It's like
seatbelt
there was a
sign
lockout
is
on
off.
my
Remember to use caution when
yoke.
opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Gotta get the lights off. Might as well start the APU. Alright, what's it trying to warn me about? Again, guys, I don't know where Eastern would have parked at the gate here, so we'll just pretty much go find one. Alright, come on. Alright, I'm gonna one here. I'm just gonna pick this gate here. I don't see why there's anything wrong with it. We'll just take it. I'm gonna go with that. APU should be running. Just make sure the power's on though. There we go. Go ahead and kill the U. Kill the U. Leave you on. We'll get the jetway. We'll kind of act like we're deboarding. So sorry about that, guys. I'm sure everybody was kind of hoping for a good landing. That was definitely not what I would call a good landing. Um, I definitely realized my technique, landing technique could use some improvement. But what happened there, I can't even explain. It's like I got down there, I knew I was getting close. I knew I needed to pull up and start to flare, but it's like I couldn't even pull up. It's like nothing I did would cause it to stop going straight down the way it was. Um, let's see what PACX has to say. Well, surprised to say, somehow, I still have passenger satisfaction at 92% satisfied with me, but that was definitely a hard landing. 843 feet per minute. So I'll make sure I close PACX. Um, that would be really the only add-on I've got running. It's got a plug-in that would cause the replay to not work. I did try to look into that. I know other people are having problems too, but what they're saying is give it a few seconds before you try to touch it. So we're going to try that tonight. We'll bring it up, and we'll, let it sit there for a few seconds before I even start to try to touch it. And we'll see what we can do with that replay. At least get a replay going in one of the two sims. So at least get the lights going. I don't, again, know in XPLANE you gotta set the flaps or not, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. Alright, so this is me. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it do its thing. Just in case I'm a little too quick to be touching it here. Well, we're definitely in the air. Nope. We'll admit we're having a little bit better luck tonight. Let's go ahead and lower that audio. Sorry about that, guys. That should be livable. So leave it here. This is the replay we're getting. Can't really tell the landing lights are on or not. I got flaps out. Like I said, I mean, I need some technique, and I did end up having to try to do my best to fly this in, but there's the landing gear. Now, the replay I would have liked to have gotten is this morning's 737 Max. That would have been a good one to watch. Almost sounds like the engine's cut there. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have cut my engines there. So I'm kind of wondering what's up with that. And that could have been my problem. If those engines really did cut there for whatever reason, maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, I wouldn't have cut them until we got further out to the runway. But if I really did lose my engines there, by the time feasibly I got it over here, there might not have been enough engine thrust left or anything really there left to, give me lift. That might have been it. But I did come down with a flare. Speed that along a little bit. Don't really know what the heck that stutter was. But that right there, I swear, sounds like the engine's cutting. I definitely did not cut the engines myself, or that far out. That would have been kind of dumb. Now, I'll admit, when I flew the 757 last night with what was going on, I definitely did. Probably the wrong thing to do, but that is what allowed me to get down to the runway without having to do a go-around. Now, honestly, right about here is probably where I would have cut the throttle, yeah. So I did try to flare it. Maybe I did it, but I still kind of think that if the engines cut out when they did, as far back as it did, um, that would have lost me lift and make things not work out in my mind. I'm sure if anybody else is watching has got more experience, they'll probably maybe know exactly what it is, worth what things I did that made it go so wrong. So it's 8:25 tonight. It's been a long day. I know last flight I mentioned having to work on my mower. I worked on it. I got that new belt on it, but even though I'm pretty confident that I made sure the belt guides were exactly where they were supposed to be, not rubbing and touching on the belt, well, lo and behold, I made 2 circles around my house. Didn't get the whole thing cut. By the time I got around 2 or 3 trips around the house, belt broke again. She got tore up and she came off. I don't know how. With all the belt guides that thing has on it, that would happen. The only thing I could think of is, as much as I tried to make sure those guides were in the right spot, not interfering with the belt as it's spinning around, that somehow or another, it must not have been where things were supposed to be. But let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do an inside view. Taking it back a little bit more. Alright guys, so this is it. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the night, maybe take a look into a little scenery. I gotta get some in here, so we're not dealing with default all the time. I'm going to leave it there. I'm also going to start watching some YouTube videos on how to fly that A350, so I can get that in the stream. But I don't feel at all confident going through those menus trying to figure it out. So I'll get that done first before we try to fly it and stream it. Again, I'll look into getting some new scenery, but thank you again so much for taking the time to watch the stream, watch this video. Please, guys, if you can, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I promise I will get better. And, the more people I can come and watch and hang out, we can have conversations. I won't have to play so much music. Um, but thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. I'm out of here.